Hey guys, what's up? Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. Let me make this thing more straight. There we go. Straight, right? If you're watching this live, hello, hello, hello. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos. Leave a little comment, even if it's just an emoji, so that YouTube will use those algorithms to send Coaching for the Soul around the planet to other people who need a little bit more Coaching for the Soul. All right. So, it's a nice warm day in Detroit today, a little bit smoky still from the Canadian wildfires, but it's about 86 degrees outside, I think, and it's summer. It's summer. It's summer. Yep. So, and the chimes are all good. Daisy's outside. Yeah, so we'll see how long she stays outside. So, like I said, say hello if you're here live. Also, reading specials continue, okay? 30 minutes, $85. 60 minutes, $115, billhobart.com. And if you're looking for a tribe, if you're looking for a group of people, people are starting to join the memberships pretty heavily now, which is wonderful. So I love to teach, right? And it's what I've done since I was very young. Yeah, so billhobart.com, memberships, come join the tribe. There's 5 different levels of spiritual guidance. And whichever you want to start at, if you are a medium or if you're into it big time, you're on your way, there's a membership there for you, okay? From 15 minutes a month to an hour and a half a month, okay? And everything is on the website, billhobart.com. Yeah, it's pretty fun. We do our local Zoom, or we do our monthly Zoom the third Wednesday of every month at 7 o'clock. And you can join if you like, right? If you're in the memberships. And it's like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours long, just because everybody gets a chance to talk about what they've done, what they've been feeling like for the last month. It's pretty cool. And unlimited questions, okay? So I have people who joined a couple weeks ago, and they're really into the questions, which is awesome, because it keeps them in my energy, okay? And if you're in my energy, you're pretty much going to ascend at a pretty good pace. Yeah, so also, if you'd like to donate, there's the star at the top. Also, you can donate on my homepage, billhobart.com, right there on the homepage. Thank you, Janet, again, for your donation. I so appreciate you. It's wonderful how much you appreciate me. I met a person yesterday at Macy's in Troy, in Somerset. I was walking through the store to return something. She goes, "Hey, you're on YouTube. You're Bill Hobart." I'm like, "Yeah, I am." She's like, "Oh my God, I watch you every week." I'm like, "Thank you very much." It's kind of like, wow, first time that's happened. So it's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool. So, yeah, so if you see me out and about, say hey, okay? Because it was pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. So, lovely person. Worked in handbags. So, yeah. Yeah. So, we'll start right now, let's say. It might be a little, I don't know how long it's going to be. Okay, so, first of all, Mercury retrograde ends on the 11th, so it's Monday, okay? Monday the 11th. You know, it's been an up and down for me. And probably has been up and down for you. Okay, depending on where it's at in your birth chart, right? If you don't have your birth chart yet, PamGregory.com. Scroll all the way down on the left-hand side. It says free birth chart. Click on free birth chart, and you can print it out with all of the descriptions on where, on what every house means with that planet in there. Okay, it will definitely help you navigate what's going on in the next 6 months or so, 5 or 6 months. Okay, Lionsgate tomorrow, 8/8, is the largest portal to Sirius that we have every year, okay? Every year it happens. It begins on the I believe it's the 24th of July. It opens, right? But it's the strongest. It's 100% tomorrow, all right? So, and then it goes until, I think, 10 more days. And it wanes every day, just like Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde ends on the 11th, but it has a 10-day window, okay? And so it So it wanes every single day. Okay, so it's going to get less, and it's going to be less intense. Okay, so again, pay attention to that stuff. What house is it in your birth chart, right? And if you need a description of what the house is, Google, what does the 5th house mean in my birth chart? And it will tell you what it means. Because I'm a January, I'm a Capricorn, right? So my first house is my Capricorn at the beginning of the year. So mine is pretty easy, right? I mean, it goes with the months. If you're born in April, you're an Aries or a Taurus. That's your first house, right? So if you're an Aries and you're born, let's say the beginning of the month, or the middle of the month, whatever. Your first house is Aries, all right? Your second house is Taurus. Your third house is Gemini. The 4th house is Cancer, okay? So all you have to do is follow that, right? I don't have mine with me that I've got handy, but back in the day in 2001, 2002, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I had all the definitions that I got, right? That was at the beginning of the internet, okay? So chat, GBT, same, you can text chat, GBT, the same thing, and it will give you a AI version of that, all right? It's not that difficult. Google it, chat GBT it, right? It has all the answers, the same answers I'm going to give to you, because I don't know them off the top of my head for where your birth chart is, or for first off, your horoscope, where you're born, but also how yours works, okay? And so it's your personal thing, which is awesome. I use mine quite often. I mean, I've learned them pretty much, but it's easier for me because, again, being born the 4th of January, my first house is January, and and it goes on to Aquarius, and then Pisces, and then Aries, and blah, 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 blah. So for me, it's easier, which doesn't mean it's real easier. Trust me, there's a lot of complications in this compared to that. Because I noticed today, I was watching a card reader for Capricorn and Aquarius. I'm in Aquarius rising. I am way past what she was trying to tell me. And you'll find that too, okay? Because 8-8 portal connected to Sirius raises your vibration extremely fast. You're going to go, if you haven't already, you're going to zoom after it. And I want everybody to really understand that, right? That you're growing. You're in ascension. And we have a tendency, we're human, and we're in 3D still, right? We have a tendency to go back and read, go back and listen, go back and do things that we've, like consistent readers, or like card readers, or clairvoyants, or whatever. Some people have gone past Lee Harris, okay? Some people have gone past Pam Gregory. We haven't got to Pam Gregory yet, right? So all the things on YouTube are there for you, not only for you to get confirmation on, but also to open you up to new things. This person I've watched maybe 2 or 3 times, and sometimes she hits, sometimes she doesn't. Always check out your rising sign, your ascendant sign first, and then do your sun sign. So I watch every Aquarius video first, and then I'll watch my Capricorn, okay? Again, while you have your birth chart. Again, sometimes I watch Pisces, because I'm a Pisces moon, right? Pisces is love, emotion. What's the moon? Emotion, love, all right? How we spread it around. So know the definitions of your zodiac signs, okay? Know them. Get a feel for who they are, because they're going to match most of you, okay? Depends upon what planet is there when you're born, right? The moon is very important, right? Your ascendant sign, your rising sign is very, very important, because that's who you are this lifetime. My Capricorn sun is my whole lifetimes, all 12,000 years or more, okay? Wrapped into one little 20-minute video. It's, I know. So Spirit just said this: the more expansive you become, the more energy that you carry, the more knowledge that you're connected to, That's freaking cool. The higher your vibration as you leave your past lives behind. Listen to that, right? As you go through and you're in your ascension, and you are connected to more and more information, more universal energy, right? You leave behind more and more of your third dimensional lifetimes, over 12,000 years or more, okay? So we're all old souls, or you wouldn't be watching this program, for sure. Let yourself ascend, but don't keep your feet too grounded. You'll be Stretch Armstrong. You've got to be floaty. You've got to go with the float of the boat, right? Have you ever been on a boat, like a rowboat, canoe, whatever, right? Speedboat, chimes, right? You go with the flow. See, you have to. Riding a horse, Spirit says. You got to go with as the horse gallops, as it gains momentum. That's us. As we gain momentum going forward, right? Into a more and more and higher ascension, you're connected to more and more stuff. More and more energy. More and more knowing. Because I will tell you, it's already been downloaded. You already have it. But you have to allow them to activate it. Activation, 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 activation. That's what the 8-8 portal is all about. What has happened in the last 2 weeks? During the Mercury retrograde too, right? So things can pop up with communication. I've had five or six things where it's like, okay, what happened to that? Where did it go? I gotten out of the practice, since I'm not in my traditional job any longer, right? Because I retired. That I'm not double checking to make sure by a phone call. Hey, did you get that? Did you get that text? Hey, did you get that document through my email? Okay. And they're like, well, Bill, we never got it. Oh, okay. They're thinking I didn't send it. No, I sent it to you yesterday at 2:00. So keep up with that stuff, right? But also during Lionsgate, it's like, I've got all this stuff going on because it's Mercury retrograde and Neptune's retrograde, dreamy, right? I'm freaking floaty as hell. And then you've got Saturn, which is retrograde, which is there's no boundaries. So you're floaty, you're floating all over the place. It's kind of cool. And then there's no boundaries because Saturn's in retrograde. So you're floating from here to there like a freaking balloon. Yeah. See? I almost missed this broadcast today because I'm like, well, today's only Wednesday. I'm good. No. You're dicking around doing whatever, right? Getting my house back in order because I got new carpet this past week. We had to take everything out and then the basement and blah, blah, blah. And then they put it all back. I know what moving's about, and when I move, I'm not taking nothing because they can have it. Give it to somebody, okay? But understanding that the Mercury retrograde makes you, can give you anger issues. It can bring up stuff from this lifetime, stuff from past lives, having to do with communication, okay? And then you got the 8-8 portal, which is, come on along, come on, let's come into this energy, come on, let's go together. Come on, let's go together. I don't want to do that. Because Mercury retrograde, Neptune retrograde. Neptune's like, oh, hell yeah, I'll float up there. Why not? Saturn's like, I don't really want to go up there yet. I'm not really into that yet. We're going to wait. We've gotten to the 8th, okay? All these conflicting energies, right? And they can make you angry. Or emotional. They can make you fall back into 3D. Fall back into, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And this stuff will come up to be released. If you're not doing guided meditations, it's very hard to release it. Unless you've taken energy classes that allow you to release. For me, I'm not a studier. I'm not a doer like that, right? I will just do whatever's easiest to clear my energy, which most people will do. Again, I'm very clever, right? Very clever. Been around for over 12,000 years. The Capricorn pretty much knows. So does the Aquarian, right? So I'm going to do my guided meditations 3 times a week, sometimes 4, depending on how I'm feeling. Do I need to release energy? Am I not paying attention? Am I not focused? No, not at all, because we're going through this ascension process, which is absolutely phenomenal for all of us. We're going to come out the other end freaking amazing, right? We truly are. But it sucks when you have a week or two, for me, a couple of days, whatever, where you kind of lose it because you're just going through your day doing your stuff, right? And so we get caught off guard, like today's program. Oh shoot, it's freaking 1:45. I gotta get in the shower, gotta take the dog out. She's outside right now. You're gonna be out there for the next 45 minutes or so because I'm not gonna go pick up that door. I'm not gonna open up that door. You're gonna be outside. It's good. Be good for her. Yeah. But all of those things kind of conjoin together, right? And can make us frustrated. It can make us think too much. Our third dimensional self goes, I don't understand why I can't pay attention. No, that's my response. Some people respond with, oh my gosh, I can't deal with it, bro. I just can't deal with it. And they pull themselves in. They pull themselves in instead of putting themselves up and out there so that they can release that energy. Finding ways to release the energy. Talking out loud to spirit. Complaining to spirit. Bitching to spirit. They don't care. Get it out of your body. They don't care. They don't care. Again, guided meditations, right? Getting enough sleep, which can be hard for anybody. I was up last night at freaking 2 o'clock, and I was wide awake, and so was the girl. She was wide awake. She went to the spa yesterday, got a little haircut, got a little wash. Yeah, she'd been stoned all day because I have to, give her tretazone to make her allow herself to be groomed. Kind of like a human, right? Sometimes we have to have a little something, right? So she was awake, I was awake, and it's like, yeah, okay. So she came in and laid on the bed for a while. I was on Facebook, da-da-da-da-da. But again, then I finally went back to sleep. And I asked, what the fuck, right? And all Spirit said was 8-8. 8-8. The energy of 8-8. See? And we have to know those things. We have to know those things. We have to assume those things also. Okay? We have to assume those things. Because you guys know, you just doubt in your third dimensional mind, Bill, could it possibly be? Well, of course it is. Oh. You don't trust yourself yet. Trust yourself. You can always be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay. They don't always tell us the truth anyway, guys. So if you think you're going to get truth from your spirit guides, I'm going to tell you what. They have a plan to get you from point A to point B to point C. Plain and simple. They don't care how they got to do it. Their job is to get you here, to 5D and higher. They've lied to me in the past 11 years. Oh, many, many, many times. Many, many, many times. Yes. Yes. And so it's all because they need to get me to a certain place at a certain time, right? They didn't really lie. They just didn't tell me the truth. Guess there's a difference, right? Right? So Sherry just reminded me of this. The full moon in Aquarius, okay, is on the 9th. It's on Saturday. In a Mercury retrograde, right? And Neptune retrograde. And on the other side of the 8-8 portal. Energy's freaking crazy right now. Give yourself a break. Yeah, have a Kit Kat bar. Right? That's ice cream. Have a cocktail. Whatever. Not too many cocktails. Not too much ice cream. Not too many Kit Kats, right? Understanding that you're human going through a non-human experience. All right? You are human going through a non-human experience. We've never gone through this before. Okay? That's why the world's so freaking chaotic and so busted. It is truly busted, right? And so when we do our part of allowing the flow, right? We have to flow. Plain and simple. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. And I know a lot of people watch this show that I tell them all the time, stop thinking. Stop. Do something else. Pull yourself out of that depression. Why? How? Or that sadness. How? Guided meditation. Let Dr. Joe or Steve Nobel or whoever you follow, right? Whoever you take energy from, right? To allow you to open up and release. That's what it's about. Because sometimes we can't release it. Sometimes it gets stuck in our freaking brain and it's over and over and over and over. And I have a meditation for that. Because we have monkey brain. We truly can have monkey brain. Where we just cannot stop. Every turn that you make, every second is like this person, what happened? That happened, that happened, that happened, that happened, that happened. No. Don't keep that continual reel going in your head. You don't have to. You have plenty of tools. You just have to Google it. YouTube. That's how I found a lot of the meditations that I have, right? That I give out. Because I will Google, how do I get this person's name out of my head? I got 15 different ones. Spirit says that one. Okay, I did that one, right? Whichever the one your eyes stop on. Oh, okay, that one. Trust yourself. You can always stop and do another one. It's not perfect. It's not. I have 2 or 3 people that I watch a little bit here and there, but sometimes I'm like, nope. And some can be Dr. Joe. No, that's not for me. Nope, that's not either. I'm like, okay, but I'm doing a meditation because I feel that I need a meditation. I wasn't guided to do a meditation. Because we have this much free will. It happened to me again today. Yeah. Okay, I got to meditate, Nothing on my YouTube page at all with meditations. Nothing yesterday for meditations. See? So, trusting yourself and going through this extreme energy of taking care of yourself, not removing yourself from the energy, because you can't. You can't. Doing your meditations, right? And not letting third dimensional stuff stop you from doing them. It's a trust me, it's a willful thing, right? I need to do that meditation because I need to feel better. I don't want to feel like this today. I don't want to feel like this today. And your ego and your stuff will absolutely work against you every single time. Every time. Because they don't want you, number one, to go towards the light. Number two, Spirit knows everything that you do and what you think and what you say all day and night long. Doesn't mean they won't challenge you with a little, are you going to do the meditation or not? Oh God, I need to, but I've got to wash the car. Oh, I need to, but I want to bring my stuff back from the basement and downstairs by the door to get my house all the way that it was before I got the carpet. And I stop myself, Bill, I don't give a shit about that. That shit can stay in the garage. I'm not using none of it. It's in the spare bedroom, whatever. It's blankets and I don't need it. Bill, leave it in the garage. Right? Till you want to bring it in the house. Well, I like to put my car in the garage, so it's going to get up sooner than later. But still, I don't have to do it now. And give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. It doesn't have to be done today. This is something, your bed, sheets, blankets, laundry, right? Shelving, whatever you had to take down to get your carpet or to paint your living room or your bedroom or your hallway or whatever. Yeah. See? We have free will in that respect. Stop being so persistent, Spirit says. Stop being so persistent that I have to do. No, you don't. Take the chill, right? And I'm telling you what, once you do that for 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time, you'll be like, yeah, it's not important. And your friends and relatives will be like, well, don't you want to get that? It doesn't matter to me. I mean, it doesn't matter. Of course it matters. You don't want to get spiders in your blankets. I mean, their blankets are in the house. There's spiders in it, so I'll shake them out before I do anything with them, like put them away again. I'll shake them out, and we'll be good. I'm not taking them with me. I'm giving them away. So it's not like I'm going to have lots of heavy blankets when I'm getting to the island of Maui. See? You have to think like that. Because again, a lot of you are moving in the next 12 months. Trust me, you are. When you receive what you want because you're setting intentions, trust me, you're moving. Or you're getting a bigger house, or you're putting a bigger house on. And you're going to be one of the people who's actually excelling during a time of turmoil. Get that? You'll be one of the few people that is excelling in a time of turmoil. And it won't be because you won at the stock market. Your ancient money is going to come from somewhere. As long as you believe that it's true. Spirit will bring you things to have you affirm, to have you claim. Okay? Trust me, they will. They will. If you believe that it's true. And ego works 110% of the time to stop you from believing that. Been there. My dog is going to tear up my door, so I'm going to go let her in really fast because I'm not going to pay for my door to get repainted. So give me 2 seconds. Goofball. Children, right? She hasn't eaten a thing all day long. It's like, okay, when are you going to eat? Anyway, so all this energy is coming together now. All these emotions are coming together now. All of this life is coming together now, right? And you can't retreat from it because they're just going to push you up front even harder. Yeah. Talk out loud. Some people still, even in my membership, will be like, feel kind of dumb. I can do it the other way. Okay. How you going to do that? Well, ego's in your head. So good luck with that. I didn't have any luck with that. Because ego would take it and turn it around and push it back at me. Yeah. See? So that's what's going on now. Full moon, Mercury retrograde ends on the 11th. You got a 10-day shadow. 8 portals tomorrow. Full moon on Saturday. Like I said, Neptune and Saturn are retrograde. Mars is retrograde in Gemini, which is not good. Is it Gemini? No, it's in Leo. I think it's in Leo. No, it's now in Libra. It's in Libra. Mars is now in Libra. Mars is the warrior planet, and all Libra wants is balance. It wants balance, and it's a cardinal sign. So it's leadership, and it's going to, it can be warlike for a human. Because they take that energy on, and because they're leaders, they can have a tendency to misspeak, especially during Mercury retrograde. Yeah. Okay? So there's a lot of stuff going on that affects our energy, especially when you are an energy being and you're allowing the energy to flow, meaning that you don't have a cap on anything. You don't have it shielded, right? And you can't shield it, because if you shield it, you're going to die. Not literally, but you're going to be like, okay, why do I feel so stagnant and so gross? Oh, because you're not flowing, right? It's the key. You have to flow. You have to surrender, right? You have to go, okay, you know what? I can't run this show. It's too big. It's too big. I can't do it by myself. Then let them do it. Relax. Just, I know. Spirit is like, I wish some people would just chill. It's not that serious, right? They think they have to be at a certain place. Oh my God, again, competition is a three-dimensional choice. Okay? I'm very competitive. I was in my former life. I mean, I could stomp people in the ground with no problem at all. Getting to the top of the mountain as a good Capricorn, right? That was all internal, not literally. But beating up on myself, trying to make sure that I'm this. Just because that's in my planetary energy that I came into the world under. Okay, and all of us have certain points. All of us have certain points when we're more competitive than others. Okay, so yeah, so that's that. Okay, so we're going to talk to aliens today again because they've been here all day, and I don't know which ones. I just know that there are, because Spirit kept saying something in connection with the Lemurians, which I'm part of. A lot of us are, and then with the 8-8 portal, a lot of humans on the Earth are connected to Sirius. Okay, again the big bright star in the sky, and also Palladians, the three dots in a row. Okay, Arcturians not so much. The Greys, not many of us are Greys. Spirit does that because they chose not to come to the planet in human form, but they are visitors to the planet continually, which is true. Okay. Okay, so who we're gonna do? Okay, hang on. Who? Okay, who? Oh, wow. What is it with my mouth watering? Okay, this side like always. Okay, chimes. They're this is interesting. Okay, so reptilians are first. Okay. Ooh, holy no, what is that? Okay, so they want me to talk about what we've talked about sometime this year, I think it was, about the group of, maybe it was last year, the group of reptilians that broke away from the renegades, that broke away from the species, okay? And they want to talk about that. This is the collective of them, about the renegades, yes, okay. Ooh, wow, okay. Okay, very soon, okay, so very soon, okay, sheesh. Okay. Cool. He's saying very soon, and then 26. Very soon, 26. The renegades will show themselves on the planet as they destroy people. They destroy people in leadership who are meant to be destroyed. It will be the turning point in the energy of your country and the world. Again, small glimpses, okay? Small glimpses. Okay, now this, okay. Spacecraft, possibly seeing spacecraft in the same time that it's happening. So you're looking up there, and everybody's looking up there while this happens. Okay, sheesh, I'm floating right now. Okay, so something about there not being signs of injury. There's not being signs of injury. They're just dead. Ooh, sheesh. way higher than 5D. It's so freaking, they're massive. They're huge. They'll start with others first before they come here. They'll start with others first before they come here. To places that are not as intelligent. To places that are not as intelligent. They will show themselves here with glimpses. Okay, with glimpses. Like what we talked about a couple weeks ago. But the main attraction will be aircraft. Will be I call them, I'm going to say they're starships. Okay? One side will panic. One side will panic. One side will react in a unbelievable way, while others will be fascinated by the energy that the ship brings. Okay? But also the new, okay. This is going to happen someplace else on the planet. Spirit keeps showing me Bangladesh and places like that, where they're not that educated because they have barely a system of survival. It will be in the Northern Hemisphere. It will be broadcast, not like Independence Day, Spirit says, okay? Not that traumatic. Again, a glimpse and gone, glimpse and gone, glimpse and gone. Over here in the developed countries, there will be, oh shit, shoot. Okay, there will be it's really high vibration. There will be a effort to suppress anything that was seen or anything that was heard, anything having to do with us. I say with them because they're the renegades. He says they are not us. But this makes sense. The plan is for them to show first because they can defend themselves, because they're not part of the agreement of aliens and mankind, which we've talked about before, right? John. Okay, so he's talking about things and I have no idea what he's saying because he's talking too fast. So Spirit kind of translate it for me. In our terms, it's going to be like a terrorist attack. Okay? They're going to show, we're going to know that they're there, things like that. But then it'll be in the developed world, if you call, places with dictators developed, Hungary, Russia, China, United States, where they have dictators, places like that, Cuba, some places in North Africa, in South America possibly, but yes, it's right there in my chest. I can't get it out because it's just talking too fast. His energy's way up here. Be a flash, be seen, and that person would be dead. Be seen, that person, but it will be sporadic. It will come out of nowhere. Okay? That's 2026. D showed me just December this year. And that's going to be interesting because in the Northern Hemisphere, it's wintertime. And so there's snow on the ground and there's clouds in the sky. In Michigan anyway. It's cloudy. November, December, January, get a little bit of sun. November, cloudy. March, a little bit more sun. April, cloudy, a lot of sun, a lot of snow. Yeah. So, our winters are like 6 months long. Hopefully I won't be here for this. But if I am, right? Because I'm asking, Because I'm asking about the cloudy. Are they going to come through the cloud so that we can see them, or is no? But we will feel them. Oh, interesting. We will feel on that day, at that time, something happened. Our intuition is going to be heightened. Chimes, okay? Word will travel fast. Word will travel fast. Word will travel fast. Many places are not prepared to mobilize. In our country, it will be a scene out of Independence Day, just because they have to. They will try to put on a show, right? The show will not work, because those of you who are connected to your God, to the divine, already know. And there's more of you on the planet than anyone knows. When this happens, we'll understand that it's a response in 3D, that it is not a response in 5D and higher. Does that make sense? Okay, so we are reacting in the same way they would on Independence Day, right? Because you cannot. There's no Jeff Bloomfield, gosh, his name is what now? I can see him playing this day. He played The Fly. He was in Jurassic Park. Jeff Goldblum. Anyway, him is going to go up in the thing and blow himself up or whatever, or whoever did that, right? They're not going to do. Spirit's like, there ain't nobody that's going to do that. Who's dumb enough to do that, right? That will be the start of transformation. That will be the start of transformation. That will be the start of transformation. World's energy will rise. Because Spirit talked about this before, that the renegade, Jeff Goldblum, thank you, Lisa. Spirit talked about this before, that the renegades were going to rid the world of every dictator by 2030, right? I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but it's like probably a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, which was kind of cool at the time, right? Now I can understand. I can see it. I can feel it, truly, that it's going to happen. Only one that will be left is China, okay? And at the time, we didn't know that it was them that was going to do it. We didn't know which species was going to do it. Well, the renegades are going to do it. The reptilian renegades, all right? Again, it's kind of interesting because the energy has shifted from what it was before, with us knowing about the renegades, knowing that they were going to do certain things, and the way that it was presented to me and to us was the fact that they were all upset about it. They're not upset about it. It's already been written. It's already been written. It's already been written. So I just asked how many renegades is there, and he says hundreds of thousands. To us, hundreds and thousands. There's nothing in your technology that can stop it. There's nothing that can stop it. Okay? Because it's meant to happen. Again, it's already been written, right? Just like our soul journeys. Our soul journeys are the same exact way, right? They've already been written. So it's just the way it is. Yeah, so Kristen just put something up on the screen about this, Okay? So check it out if you're watching this live. Because I can't put the feed on YouTube. Okay. Many will think this is not real. Many will think this is a diversion for that. They'll blame other countries. They'll blame yeah. James. This is what he said, and I'll put it in our terms. Okay, is that they will propagate that. They will propagate that it's another country, like Iran or whoever else, right? That there is no ETs, that there is no anything, that what you saw in the sky for a split second was an illusion or whatever. They'll try to downplay, but they will blame another region, another country, another something. But they're terrified. Okay? Because in regular administrations in America, they already know these things. They know the plan. Hell, there's freaking horoscope people, spiritual people that do freaking readings for people and tarot cards and all that kind of stuff, right? I mean, what we think is everyday stuff that is kind of cool and groovy, they've been doing it forever. They know about the ETs. They know about the plans. But when you are crazy, dysfunctional, whatever, you wouldn't believe that anyway because it hampers your control. Okay? So that's them. Okay? Yes. So it is winter and then 2026. Because 2026 is going to be for us transformational. I mean, you're going to absolutely see and feel things that you never thought for you, right? That you never thought were possible. I can tell you that for myself right now. It just blows my mind. What's waiting for us, right? So as we go through our ascension, as we go through our transformation, as we get there, you're going to be surprised at what you let go. You're going to be surprised at what comes to you because you are no longer in a third dimensional energy, and the world will not be either. During 2026, okay, much of a push shifting higher. Okay, I'm freaking dizzy right now. Holy sheesh. Okay, so reptilians have gone. Why am I yawning? I've never yawned like that. I wanted to before, but I'm like, no, I don't know what that is. Oh, Spirit just went, it's the release of his energy from you. Because it's gone. Oh, that's kind of cool, right? Spirit just went. So Spirit just said this to me. Because, you know, they're kind of, jackasses. What did you expect? What did you expect? What did you expect yourself to do when you just released that energy? When you took his energy away and you released it? I don't know. I didn't have yawn, but yeah, my ears are ringing this high. Okay, so Lemurians just showed up right there. That's bizarre. They're my higher self. They're my higher being. They're my guides from before 3D. You're connected to us. You are us. Looking forward to working with you. The time is coming quickly. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this, guys. They just said to me, and this is true, because we're 3D humans, right? You don't need to know everything about us, Bill. It's already been downloaded. It's already been downloaded. You'll recognize everything when you're in our energy. Okay? So I'm going to channel books for them. On Maui. In Kihei. In my house. Okay, so they're going to stay right there. That's all they needed to say. Wow. Okay. Sirius. The Sirians. Okay. Wow. I've never channeled them before, I don't think. No, you haven't. I was looking for Palladians because they're easy to talk to, and also the Arcturians. Okay. Okay. They want to say that this portal is real. It's never been more real than now. Everyone will feel, even if your systems are not at the peak, you will feel some type of way. You may not realize it until you have opened yourself up to feeling that energy from your descendants, where you came from. Wow. He keeps showing me the portal is, of course, it's massive, and it encompasses. And it's not just each of us, it's the planet, okay? And it is the energy pouring down on top of us. And many of us are comfortable with the energy because it doesn't affect us like we are. Chimes. Interesting. So it is an energy that we feel on a awkward basis where we go, oh, I'm angry today, or I'm really happy today, or I'm really floaty today, or whatever. Many of us that are connected to that, to them, to it, right, don't recognize the energy because we're from that energy. Ooh, sheesh. If you didn't live in the energy, all of a sudden you would miss it. Something's wrong, Bill. Something's wrong, Bill. Something's wrong. I don't understand. I don't feel like I did before. He said it's a feeling of home. It's a feeling of belonging. It's a feeling of your soul and your your soul and your heart connecting to something that that human does not know what it is until it was gone. If it was to disappear, which it never will disappear. This is an enlightening portal. This is a portal that supports you. This is a portal that activates you. It's a portal that lifts you up even if you don't think you're ready. The portal is active year-round. The portal is always active. It's always infusing the earth, the planet, with our energy. It's what keeps us going. Makes sense? And he says no other species can do this for human but us. We are a powerful, enlightened energy, oldest in the universe. Okay, so hang on a minute. Okay, so what he wants me to explain, and that's why the Lemurians are here, okay? These are energy beings. They're energy beings, okay? They're not in human form until they come to see us, right? Like the Sirius person who's talking to me does not have a human form. It's energy. He does not have a body, which I would look and say, okay, that is for, he says, because I don't have to do that for you, Bill, not to be afraid. I don't have to do that for you because you read the energy, which is true. It happens with the 2 or 3 or 4 people that I talk to that their spouses were aliens, okay? And they didn't understand until they came to talk to me. So it kind of makes sense, right? But yes, I get that. Yes, you don't have to have a body. But you can feel me that I'm here. I'm like, exactly. Yes. Here. Yes. I'm also enshrouded, he says, with the energy. Which makes sense. Okay. Okay. So the portal will be enriched at other times during the calendar year, he says. So that you will recognize who you are in this lifetime. So if you go through these, it won't be peaks and valleys. It will, got you. It won't be peaks and valleys. I get it. My crown chakra just loaded like a freaking spaceship. Okay? That when we go through our year, if all of a sudden we're going like this and nobody else is, you're Sirian. Okay? If you're just in a normal space of being enlightened, of going through your day, going through your week, going through your month, and everything is getting better and better and better and better, you are in that energy which you're used to. Okay? It isn't anything that is alarming to you. He says because some people are very, very energetic, connected, because they're new to the portal at 8-8. Some people are directly connected to that because they're going into that energy of enlightenment. That's fascinating. They're being pulled in. He's showing me humans being pulled in, not body-wise, but energy-wise, right? And them usually during sleep. There's no resistance during sleep. Interesting. So, okay, so he just showed me this. When he showed me people who are ascending and are Sirian and are going into that energy, right? He showed them ascending up to a place, okay? That's not the way it happens. He needed to show me that so I could tell you guys exactly what and how it's going to happen. It will happen in your sleep. You'll be activated where you're at. Your body is always receptive to any type of energy, even if you close it off, thinking that it's bad. But human intuition allows us to penetrate, allows us to, because it's familiar to us, humans. Human does not go on alert if they're connected to us in some way, somehow, some form. For many humans, it will feel like going home. It will feel like I'm really content. I'm really happy. I'm really comfortable. And then coming to the realization that they no longer fit. That they no longer fit. Okay? So that's what's happening now with all of us. We're losing family. We're pushing away friends. We're changing jobs. We're moving homes. We're buying extra homes. We're doing all of these things because we're led to do them. We don't make decisions unless they know about it, guys. Okay? We don't. We think that we do. No, we don't. Soul journey. Influence from our spirit guides, our guardian angels, and the ETs in how we're going to maneuver ourselves, he says, into being able to receive all that's ours. Meaning energy, connection, abundance, energy abundance, financial abundance, spiritual abundance. Anyone connected to us is on the move. Interesting. Okay. So there are some, fascinating. So there are some people who have already seen us and have drawn us into whatever form they had in their dream or they had in their vision. Okay? Because I can just tell you what I believe the reptilians look like, because I've had contact with them many times before. And it's kind of a big gecko from the Gecko commercial. Yeah. Okay, with the big eyes and yeah. They got reptilian skin, like snake skin. Yes. That's what humans have been shown to distribute on the planet to those of who are connected to that energy right now and in the past, right? More and more people are going to be drawn to that energy as they get activated. Okay? It's kind of like me and the Lemurians, right? I don't know what they look like, but I've seen pictures of who the Ascended Masters are with Lemuria. Okay? And they're truly Ascended Masters for the Earth. But they're also connected to the Lemurians who are here at the time of Atlanteans, right? That's why the energy on the East Coast and the West Coast is so different. Because the Atlanteans were aggressive. Lemurians were not. Okay? That's why Hawaii's on top of it and everything else, right? So two different energies, right? And both of them sank into the ocean because it was time for them to sink into the ocean as the ice shelf melted. Okay? Thousands of years ago. Okay? Yes. Okay. Some will feel as we go through this time, their energy connected to us do one of two things: rise or decrease. Decrease is not that you're not connected to Sirius, but it's not your time to be in the energy 100%. Others will follow the energy and follow us into higher dimensional energy. Those of you who are connected to us but are not yet ready to ascend in this intense energy will feel a letdown. Some will feel nothing after tomorrow or in the next days. Okay? That doesn't mean that you don't feel our energy. It's just not, it's normal for you until we turn the energy up. Then you will bing, bing, right? You get it. You wake up one morning, and Spirit has said this for freaking 10 years, right? How do I know that? How do I know that? How do I know that? What happened overnight? They work in this 24 hours a day. He's saying yes. Yes. Or it's saying yes. I like to say he because it's a guy's voice I'm hearing, right? Yes. Chimes. Okay. So that's good. So he wants people who feel the energy wane to proclaim. The energy does not that does not decline, but is the same or raises to proclaim. Okay? That means, say it out loud. Put it on social media, right? In this forum, right? Whatever it is, because when you, I get it. Because when you speak it, it's real. When you speak it, it's real. When you speak it, it's real. When you show yourself and you speak, it's real. And Spirit just popped in and said, that's why many, many times people will say, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but blah, 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 blah. And human does that, Bill, because it's a third dimensional survival tactic of not being killed. Beliefs can kill people. In the past, Salem witch trials, that was a farce made up by girls, teenagers, right? And then they just caught on, kind of like MAGA. So he just doing. Okay, cool. The other two, okay, so the other two aren't going to speak. The Palladian or the Arcturian. Next time. Probably next week. Okay. Oh man, I'm floating. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, so Spirit is saying this. Understand that these visits today are our future. Become comfortable with them. Become comfortable with the energy. Because when you become comfortable with the energy, you ascend faster. Because that energy is around us 24 hours a day. Some days it's what motivates us. Some days it brings us knowledge. Some days we get a OMG moment, right? Where we just bang and we get it. Something slides into our DMs, right? Whatever. James, your guides work with this energy. Your guides work with this energy. It is all of us. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking cool right now. I'm like all tingly and shit stuff. Yeah. Some people don't believe that their guides are real because they cannot see them. They cannot hear them. They have to get past that to be able to allow themselves to ascend. They use it as a... Sorry. I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't hear them. I don't see them. I don't feel them. Blah, 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 blah. That's all a protector ego. And also some fear from past lives, which is true. Because they were caught in a situation where they believed something and they were persecuted for it. It is time now for us to shed our third dimensional self. Start really, truly focusing on shedding our third dimensional self. Yes, because like we said before, you can't take anything third dimensional with you into 5D. It doesn't work. You're not going to drag along a freaking ball and chain. It's not going to happen. And you're going to go there So I would rather you work on your stuff now intently, right? Do your guided meditations. Focus on that stuff. Focus on the practices, okay? Because if you don't, they will. And I don't want anybody to go through what I went through in 3D for the first 8 years of this journey. Because I refused to do what I needed to do, and they knew that. Because I thought I knew in my third dimensional self of my ego being around for over 12,000 years and believing I knew everything. I do in 3D. I was downloaded with this, but I thought it was the same until I got the fact that it's not the same. See? So, yeah. Okay, that it? Final message. Okay. Okay. So, I'll try to come down some, guys. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how much I can talk. I'm kind of up there still. So, just two things I think I'm going to talk, just the really quick things. Readings are still on sale. 30 minutes, $85. An hour, 60 minutes is $115. Come join us in the memberships. I'm going to expand some different things on the Zoom. I'm going to do more than one Zoom call a month, I believe, with some people who are in the memberships, which is kind of cool. I'm going to show their talents, which is kind of awesome. So that, billhobart.com on those kinds of things. I'm going to go ahead and post this on YouTube. If you guys would please run over to YouTube in like 15 minutes or so, or sometime this weekend, please if you could. The people that are joining the YouTube channel, it's like $10.15 a month, which is pretty freaking good. So we're headed towards 1,000, and that's pretty awesome for me. I think again, any growth is fantastic. I mean, I'll take anything we can get. But like the video, if you haven't subscribed yet, please like and subscribe. Like, subscribe, comment if it's just a hey Bill, or if it is an emoji, okay? Because YouTube will use that, and this is what's going on now, because more people are commenting, is it goes to more people in their YouTube feed, okay? And they watch it, and they go, oh, then they join the channel, which is kind of cool, right? Like I said, I got recognized in Macy's on Wednesday, yesterday, walking back to return something, and this woman who's working there in coach, yeah, in designer, right? And she's like, oh my God, you're Bill Hobart on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, I am. She goes, oh my God, I watch your videos. I'm like, thank you. It's kind of caught off guard, like, okay, thanks. First time that ever happened. It was kind of cool. So makes me feel good that people are seeing stuff. That's always been my thing, is to teach people how to make it easier for you, how to make yourself good money, how to receive with doing this much work. And that's what it's all about. I'm all about that. So hit YouTube for me. Also, if you're on Facebook and you see me put 3 or 4 pictures together in a reel, please like that. Do a little comment or whatever, because that's helping grow the Facebook page, okay? Which is wonderful too. And I'll tell you that I have the feeling that all this momentum is about Maui, all right? It's about Maui. I got with the carpet. Yeah, carpet just before you leave. I've been here 15 years, going on 16 years. And I've had the same carpet since I moved in, but the carpet was put in 2004 when my apartment actually was first rented. Cleaning the carpet every 3 months, it looked pretty good. But in a week or 2, 3 weeks after that, with the door open, stuff like that in summertime, even in the winter, Bailey's little Dad had to go potty spots rise back up. So that's why I get it cleaned so often. But now I have new carpet, getting some new stuff in the kitchen, and probably the same thing. Oh, well, Bill, it's coming here because you're getting ready to leave. So it's like me not wanting to put all the stuff back into the closets, and I think that's part of it too. So yeah. So anyway, guys, namaste. If you need something, you know where to find me. Okay, questions, whatever. Don't ask me a list of questions that are this long, because I won't answer them. I will send back too large, or what is your most important one, or whatever. And you can email me too, okay, if you want to do that. Doesn't matter, whichever way you guys want to do it. But I'm always available to answer your questions, book a reading, yeah. But everybody, thank you very much. I love you being here. I love the program. It blows my effing mind what comes through during Coaching for the Soul. And they tell me about it beforehand, which blows my freaking mind, because I'm kind of understanding who we are. I'm truly understanding who we are. And as we're growing bigger and bigger and bigger, I really love it, because someone's going to give us the message, right? It will be me. I'll do that. I'll step up and do that. So everybody, I'll see you next Thursday, Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. See you.